Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no. Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to my first maternity court. So this one is titled, Man Wants to Prove to Wife That He Is Not the Father of Mistress Child. So let's go ahead and get right into today's video.
Ms. Streeter, you claim that during your relationship with the defendant, he convinced you to get pregnant with his child, but what you didn't know is that he was a married man.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say Mr. Hartfield is only denying the child in order to save his marriage. Mr. Hartfield, you say you made a mistake by having an affair, but you know you are not the father of Ms. Streeter's child. You claim that Ms. Streeter was openly sleeping with other men besides you. Today's results will determine whether or not you'll be able to save your marriage. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Streeter, why are you convinced that Mr. Hartfield is the father of your 1-month-old son, Caleb?
Mr. Hartfield asked me to have a baby with him. We were dating for about 8 months, a long time. We were in a relationship, a committed relationship, just me and him. And throughout the whole relationship, he wanted to have a baby. He said he didn't get to raise any of his. So we went to the hospital when we got the birth control taken out together. We went together.
She's telling you guys a bunch of lies.
What?
A whole lot of lies. That's convincing. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd be convinced.
What is true?
That's definitely not the truth. We went in and took a birth control out together. That's definitely not true.
We planned this child, and when we even planned the date, you know, I had an app on my phone that tracked my ovulation, and we knew what we was doing when we was having sex.
Yeah, please. It's hard for me to sit here and tell you that's a lie.
What is the truth according to you?
Right.
The truth is, I believe that it's possible that she's thinking about someone else because she and I did meet. That is a fact. And we did talk, and I found her to be very attractive at the time. And I even, did things to convince her that, okay, maybe I will be a guy that she could take a chance with as far as going out on dates.
But you were married.
And I made sure that she knew that.
Oh my God.
I made that very clear.
He's lying.
In fact, Your Honor, if I'm lying, then how would she have information to call my wife when I was paying her not to tell my wife about the situation?
Our first time having sex, we went
because I did not pay the rent.
To a hotel.
She called her.
He's lying. That don't have nothing to do with why I called your wife.
At what point did you discover he was married? Let's get to that.
Right.
He had ended up telling me a relative's name, and I had went on Facebook and found the relative, then found Mrs. Hartfield page, then that's when I seen pictures of them. And I didn't even call her right away because he had told me, like, them pictures are, she's professional, and for her image, she can't, she don't want people to know that we're not together. So I believed him.
Why?
I didn't even call her. I text her and let her know, like, your husband's been treating you for 8 months and I'm 5 months pregnant. He's trying to make it seem like we was never in a relationship and this never happened, but he just texted me just recently trying to get back with me, trying to tell me he want to be with me.
Oh my God.
So that's why
He do not sound believable.
Trying to be with
right
Ms.
here.
Streeter?
He texted me this. I have the proof right here.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, me
You see
too.
he text you?
He texted me earlier this week.
Wow.
This is a text that says no, and then I'm horny, and then come over.
Oh my God.
And the next line says, I'm serious, I am horny as hell.
Wow.
That is true. I did send those messages.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I
But
did.
he's a married man.
Hold on. Let me explain to you why. Because of this game that she and I like to play, that she likes to play. If I don't do that, Dominique goes ballistic. And we've been playing this game, but now that we're in court, it seemed like some old man has been trying to hit on a young lady. But I'm telling you, that is not true.
You 46-year-old.
This man is a liar. Like, he is a liar. Like, oh my God. And he too old for this. Oh my God. He is
such a liar. When he gets caught in his lie, then he start to backtrack and then be making himself look stupid.
Married man, Mr. Hartfield, what game are you playing with a 22-year-old girl?
Okay, I'll tell you what.
No. I want to understand. What game is this you feel like you need to play with a 22-year-old girl where your line is, I'm horny?
Your Honor, I am dealing with a 22-year-old, okay? It's because I didn't do things for her from the extortion that she's been doing to me that she's going to call my wife, okay? That time she did, okay? Next time, she said she's going to report that I stole her car. So I'm in a situation
who
where
believes
I get
this?
locked up or lose my wife, but definite. If I don't play her little childish game.
So what you're saying is you entertain her, you pacify her with flirtation.
Yes.
I don't believe
that keeps her
I don't
calm.
believe that one bit.
To
I
where
don't believe
she
that.
doesn't do destructive things like call your wife. What was his reaction when you told him you were pregnant, Miss Streeter?
Right.
It was planned. It was expected. He was excited. He wanted a baby. That was the whole point.
The deal. This is a situation.
And girl, you played yourself too.
Guys, okay. She found one that was an older guy, and she thought that I would be a cake daddy, or however you want to call it. The thing is that she found out, hey.
She played herself, and the reason why is because this man is not committed to you. If you knew about the wife, why would you be so committed to having a baby with this man? Did I not get this right? She went on Facebook, she found out that he had a wife, but was told by him that they weren't together, and then she still got pregnant, or was she already pregnant before that? But even so, like, why are girls settling for having babies out of marriage? That is the only thing that's going to give you real security and stability. And when I say that, I'm strictly meaning that at least you're getting the commitment up front. I'm not saying that marriages, it's going to work out 100% of the time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that at least you're getting this commitment up front legally, and you are also in a purposeful union with someone to where you're not caught in a situation like this. Everyone wants to talk about how marriage is just a piece of paper. This is a woman that chose to go by a man's word, and look where it got her. So you need real concrete commitment before you choose and decide to have a man's baby. You cannot go off of what these men be saying, because half of them just be talking. Or if they horny, they gonna tell you whatever you need to hear. They're gonna tell you whatever you need to hear. So you need to get that commitment up front. You cannot just be going along with what these men are saying. You need the commitment up front. It's not just a piece of paper. It's someone committing to you prior to any real responsibilities that you may share with this person. That is what it's about.
You're dealing with a guy that ain't got no money, so now you're wasting your time.
That's not true.
Because you done wasted so much time telling people that he's your baby father, that now you got to play the role. And so that's exactly what she's been doing.
Nobody don't care about money because I was here because I love him. Genuinely, I was supposed to be.
Girl, love ain't enough.
Asking me about marriage. He made me realize stuff that I never even knew I thought about, like the future and being with him. He all the time told me he wants to marry me. Now he's trying to stop.
I'm just being honest.
Now he's standing right here as if it was about
you playing games. You the one with a wife?
Thank you. Thank you.
Your wife does not look happy. Your wife is sitting there having to listen to testimony about you sending text messages to a 22-year-old girl talking about you horny. I want to hear from your wife.
Yeah.
I know she wants some results too. So, Miss Hartfield, I can see when you were sitting there, this was very painful for you to hear.
This is ridiculous.
Ooh, she looked fed up.
Did he fill you in on all of these details and the fact he's still texting this 22-year-old young woman?
No, he did not.
How did you even find out about this entire affair?
The text message that I received from her.
You get a text message.
A random text message that says, I'm in a relationship with your husband, have been for 8 months, and I'm pregnant. And that's it.
Oh my. Oh.
What do you do from there?
What the bleepity bleep is going on here? And I asked him about it, and he said, oh, she's just some little girl, she ain't nobody. I didn't like texting, so I called her, and I'm like, we had a conversation. It was a decent conversation, to which I told her, best of luck. He's not going to take care of your child because he didn't take care of ours.
Girl.
I don't have time.
Oh
And that was where I left it, and I haven't spoken to her since.
Wait a minute.
Ms. Streeter, who was with you at the birth?
She said good luck, cause he didn't take care of ours. And then he said true. Did he just say that? Am I like, this is crazy. How do you get in a situation like this? His wife just said good luck, cause he didn't take care of the kids that we had together. And then he said true. Wow, this is too much. This is too much. This is too much. I know that's his wife, but I would not have shown up in court with him. I'm not about to be embarrassed. I'm not about to be embarrassed like this on TV. Like, this is crazy.
Who was with you at the birth?
He was there when the baby was born. He was excited, like, you know, that's my baby, that's my boy. I never got to see none of my kids born. I want to be with you. Let's make this work. We got a child. He needs to be in the house with both parents.
Were you telling her these things, Mr. Hartfield?
No.
I tried to get him to sign the birth certificate. The reason why he signed it at first, but it was time for the witness to see us, and he like, you too anxious about me signing this birth certificate. You know what, miss, take my name off, talking to the witness. Like, I don't want to be on the birth certificate.
So first he signed the birth certificate. Do you have any proof of that?
Yes, I do. I have the original one when he first signed the birth certificate.
So his name is placed on the certificate of birth. So Mr. Hartfield, you're a married man.
Let's see how he gonna lie about
You're
this.
on this child's original birth certificate.
No. Well, the name is printed. There's no signature of mine.
So at first you allowed your name to be printed?
They did that while I wasn't there, Your Honor.
This is the first copy before he took off the name.
Mr. Hartfield, you're saying it didn't go like this.
It didn't.
How did it go?
But she kept pressuring me about, please sign it. You got to sign it right now. This got to be done.
First of all,
Such a liar.
That's why I have to stand up
He is
there,
such a liar.
and he want to go back and forth with me on whether or not, why am I pressuring him to sign the birth certificate? So it was not just that I got so mad about DNA test.
I'm not the only man she said was the daddy.
He's lying.
Really?
I'm not the only
He's
man.
a liar.
Mr. Hartfield,
Yeah, he's
what do
a
you mean?
liar.
You say you're not the only
There's
man?
a guy in our local town that she's also told him
He's lying.
that he was the father, and she promised to give him some more loving once she had the child.
I don't sleep around.
You don't even sound believable.
With these lies. For me, I feel like it's an iffy thing with him. If I don't want to be with him, he don't want to be with the baby. But it's times when I have to come over.
That's his baby too.
Absolutely.
They got the same
crazy.
hairline.
That's what she's saying.
What
If I don't want to be with her, will you look at this queen right here?
Oh, don't even. Oh my gosh.
No, you said because I don't want to be with you.
I have a picture
I'm
on
just saying, Your Honor. I do have options. Even my wife, I love her. God knows I do.
Stop it.
During the time that Dominique and I met, I had my own place.
He was
Dominique
still
had her
living
own
with
place.
me. I didn't know he had his own place.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
I don't need your support. I don't need her support. Please sit her down. Please.
Wait a minute. Hold on,
I got my own place.
Hold on, Mr. Hartfield. Just a minute ago, that's your wife was a queen.
Right.
But she gonna speak like that and she's not supporting me. She's supporting somebody else.
Well, wait a minute.
Your Honor, only by your wish that
You seem like you're getting flustered.
I don't
Right.
like it. That's why I stepped out and had intercourse.
Oh, no, it's her fault.
Because I never got her support or anything.
Not only that,
That's a fact.
he had more girlfriends
telling
than he
that.
was talking to me. When I first met him, he had a lot of women he talked to.
Of course.
A lot.
Of course.
It was
Of course.
so not only was it me, it was other people.
Let the truth come out. That's exactly what I said.
I told you he was lying this whole time. He was lying this whole time.
I have my own place. I'm a man. I'm standing on my own 2 feet.
Oh, now you want to stand on your own 2 feet?
With me, I
So,
never had a
Ms.
relationship
Hartfield,
with
you
her.
felt like he was living with you when he was sleeping with her.
Yeah.
And you didn't know about this other place.
I did not know about the other place.
Wow.
How did you find out that there was
This
another
is-
place?
When she told me. I have pictures of him and my son spending time together.
Let me see these pictures.
I killed for 2
These are
hours. You
pictures
running
of
around
what?
with another man last week.
Spent times with my son when he claimed.
Is this at the other place?
Yeah.
And this is
that's
baby
me.
Caleb
That's right. I did
together.
that last week, actually.
Also,
something else?
Baby, sit down, please. You ain't got nothing to do with this.
I sure don't have anything to do with it.
Oh my gosh.
Me to be here.
Mr. Hartfield,
Yes.
I'm gonna let you pipe down just a little
Okay.
bit because your tone
Yes, ma'am.
while you're talking to your wife
Yeah.
is making me itchy.
I understand. I
Okay.
understand.
Yeah. Get him together.
I called her up to testify,
understand.
so she'll be standing until I ask her to be seated. I
Woo.
don't know what part of this you think you running. Stop that nonsense clapping. You don't run me, and you don't run this court.
Ooh.
Now, ma'am, Miss Hartfield, you're saying that this was not the story that you were told.
No.
What was your understanding? I knew they had a relationship, and it was, I don't want to be with her. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I want to be with you. Yada, yada, yada. Can we?
She don't believe none of that.
Work it out. And I can see this really upsets you.
She don't believe none of that.
Foolishness. And I didn't need it, and I didn't ask for it.
I want a divorce if I can get one.
We good. I'm good with that. Not a problem. You're classic.
Thank you.
You're classic. You really are.
Thank you, Yoni.
I mean, it's just, if I pulled up the profile of cheater, con man, clown, and coward, your face would be next to it.
She irritated.
Now you
Like, this man got me upset.
standing next to you.
Got her upset.
She's my 7th wife, Yoni. Things have been said.
Oh, this is just crazy.
No, the things that have been said in here, you validated. This is the part that I don't think you see. I mean, you're compulsive with it. Because you will validate what they both say, and then in the next breath, say they're lying.
Well, hey, okay.
And honestly, Mr. Hartfield, I'm really letting you go on because I haven't figured out yet what your end game is.
I like her.
Have one. That's exactly what that is exactly what my conclusion is becoming, Ms. Hartfield. Okay, so I just want to make, now let's take a pause for the cause.
Yes.
Women, did you hear his testimony?
Did you? I mean, did y'all?
I just want to make sure. Mr. Hartfield, you may be one of the most disappointing men I've ever seen. You are really.
And that's her baby daddy too.
I mean, what a
Look at that hairline.
Thank you. Thank you, Yoni.
That is her baby daddy.
I mean, you really should be so ashamed.
It doesn't bother me.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah.
I have given you every opportunity to tell your story and also acknowledge the fact that you have led this young girl down a road to nowhere. Now she may have a child by you, but I think I'm really just talking long enough because I want to give the women an opportunity to understand so they can run while they can.
And far. Far.
You're clapping for your own idiocy.
I mean, you know.
And I love that.
Thank you.
I'm always hopeful for the spirit of an individual, and I try to see the good in everyone.
Right.
I don't think I've ever said this in this courtroom before, Jerome, but I pray he's not this child's father.
That hairline say otherwise. It's the hairline for me. It's
Lord
the hairline
knows.
for me. That's his baby. Poor girl.
Quiet!
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
I'm so sick of your little nonsense mouth running.
Yes,
You a tall glass of nothing.
Ooh.
Sitting up here clowning in this courtroom today, clapping and smiling.
Thank you.
I'm glad she kept it all the way
These
real.
results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Streeter versus Hartfield, when it comes to 1-month-old Caleb Streeter,
That is his baby.
it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hartfield, you are the father.
Okay. That's cool.
Jesus.
That's okay.
Do you understand now what you just made a child with?
Right.
No, look at me.
No.
I don't know what he told you up until this point. I will say that con men like him, they can be very charismatic.
Ooh.
You two are both very beautiful young women. You don't have to deal with this. But I want you to see clearly in this courtroom today how he has acted. This is your child's father.
Ugh.
Now his wife has already told you he didn't take care of the one they have together.
Oof.
And quite frankly, I'm nervous for Caleb because I don't want him to be his example. Miss Hartfield, I know this was probably all very difficult for you to hear,
This is
and
just
yet
a mess.
I really do feel this all needed to play out.
Oh, absolutely. I wanted to hear it firsthand because I couldn't trust him to tell me the truth.
This is a rough day for me.
This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Listen, Mr. Hartfield, just stop talking.
She's so
Just
calm.
it doesn't, you don't ever say anything of value. So just stop
don't
talking.
talk.
You got a little boy now. He's 1 month. Got his whole life ahead of him. At this point, you've gotten a lot wrong.
Yes, of course.
Are you going to be a part, like not just financially, but do you plan to be an active father?
I will.
You don't want your son to end up in this position, standing between two women in a courtroom.
I can't teach him how to be nothing but myself now. If she wanted to one of them other guys, that's fine too. I don't care.
Miss Streeter, I needed to dig enough for you to get your answer. Okay? Proceed with caution. And you, clown, can go right on back to the circus. Court is adjourned.
He really pissed her off. But I mean, he pissed me off too. The fact that his wife was so calm, you can tell she's done. You can tell she's done. When a woman is that calm, she's done. She doesn't get emotional. She's not yelling. She's not screaming. She's calm. You can tell she is done. That's crazy. Like, that entire situation is crazy. But to the young women out there, I feel like what we can learn from this entire situation is that sometimes older men will prey on your innocence. They will prey on you being naive in ways just because they have been around longer. They're a little more wiser, so they're a little more hip to the game as far as how they can lead you on and breadcrumb you in a way to where you actually believe that they want more with you. But in the meantime, as they're breadcrumbing you, they are leading you on to reap all of these benefits like free sex, no commitment, and so they just lead you down to a dead end. So you have to be careful. I believe that it's great, especially if you are hypergamous, to date up, but you have to be careful of these con men that tend to be older, that like to wear suits, where you have to be a little more cautious, because this is definitely a cautionary tale on what you should look out for, because there are a lot of con men that are calling themselves high value that you really have to look out for, and they may even trick on you a little bit, but at the end of the day, they are a con artist. That's what they do, and they will spend money on you, so you have to be careful. So I feel like that is the message in today's video. Make sure you're not dealing with a low down dirty dog, okay? A con man in the flesh. So that's all that I have regarding today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts and opinions down below, and if you're new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.